Hello, everybody. Look, it's even in the chat. And welcome back to Jaraci Cup 18. We are jumping into the lower bracket here. This is going to be the quarterfinals between Morte and Frowg. And I'm just going to say, I think Frowg has pretty good chances of winning here. This is definitely, he's definitely the favorite in this matchup. But we shall see what is able to pull out here. There's more than one cow in here, I'll tell you what. Yes, we will see. We will see. Well, it looks like it's going to be a ref mode opener here for Goal. And for Frog. Probably that's SC first. Can't really tell, but he does keep the base runners. That's usually a tell he's not going for some kind of early aggro. Hey, it's the man himself! Look at that! Welcome, my friend. Yes, indeed it is. This is game one. You've joined right at the right time. So look at that. Uh-oh, and you're getting Sandscammer Fab. You've joined just at the right time for me to roast you. So if you're going for eco, you want to just get ref mode first. And if this isn't an eco build, it's also bad because, it's gonna hit really slow, whatever kind of attack it is. I know, right? Not TC? How, can you believe it? No way! Kind vague. Touch object? That's not even a C. That's an O. You roasted him for okay, good. I joke, of course, about the roasting. I mean, this is the lower bracket, you know, these are not like super sweaty try-hard games, but it is something to learn, and you get better over time. And that's why we point out these things that could easily be fixed in someone's build. Speaking of which, I think that Frog is a little bit slow too, but still, it's gonna be better. I mean, you can see his eco is set up a lot faster, and Goal is not gonna attack him, so. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, Master Chief is making a wiki for Torture Chamber, because he's a legend. And it looks like ref mode finishing for Goal now. I don't know how to interpret that comment, but I don't like it. Yes, I agree with Master Chief. But yeah, I will say that was kind of impressive how nicely he timed up the salves there. Probe gonna take some damage here. It's like it will die actually. Okay, I thought that was making it out. But speaking of making it out, this base runner should be fine. It's just one LAV. I mean, it will die, but it'll die after it gets the artifact, and that's all you really care about. In fact, maybe with these skims it can even survive. Depends if Joel hits the heal button there. I wonder if base runner heal can just straight out damage like an LAV, such that if you just heal off of cooldown, you'll live against one LAV. It can? Oh, nice. Okay, well there you go. It's true. It's true. Yeah, I just, like, I don't know, it's so funny, like, just doing a Russian accent in Counter-Strike. I can't even explain why that's funny, but it is. My teammates all hate me. By the way, this is a bit of a forlorn turret setup, I would say. If Gul focuses on it, he'll kill it. And in any case, he's gonna get the damage, or the kill on the base runner there. Yeah, he shouldn't leave here, actually. He can kill this thing. But looks like he'll let that one live another day. Oh no. Good. Actually, that is pretty funny. I mean, it'll be nice to have that on the wiki, you know. Do you know how much damage is doing coalition carrier? Yes. Houston says that you do a better Russian accent than I do, though. And I told him that probably makes sense, because you are, you know, Russian, but... Well, it looks like it's AVs out on the field here. Skill issue, yeah, truly. AVs are out on the field, and Frog is going to be up on 3 base before too long here. But we do have railguns already, and actually I saw Ghoul teching the armor for them already. And that's not super common to see, getting that armor early, but I actually like it. It just makes you so much more survivable against these AVs. Obviously, ideally, you'd never get shot at all, but, you know, we don't live in an ideal world, do we? Stream is extra forbidden because it isn't TC. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Base Runner is going to try to run, but it's very slow with that artifact in tow, so it is going to be chased down here. It's not like the Sandscrimmers can do much to save it. Why do I hear glass clink? Oh yeah, because I have these cups on my table. Get out of here. Get out of here, you two. And yeah, sure enough, down goes the Base Runner. Yes, that's true, but... Oh, and here comes Sim with his martial arts facts. We've got all the regulars. I love this. I love this. Well, I gotta say, Anomaly 2v2 would be pretty fun. But yeah, we do have our heavy railguns in tow. That should be what Ghoul needs to hold off this attack. But you need to be careful with the positioning, and this is kind of a bad place to be. You can see all of these dunes here. Yeah, Just Carrier's not excited about this. But actually, it looks like Frog is gonna back away, so maybe he didn't realize how good the terrain was for him right there. If you're in sensors, it's not obvious, I suppose. That would actually have been a very good place for him to jump. These do have armor 3, to be fair, so a little bit tankier than you expect, but still, like, they would have died there. And it looks like instead, Frog is just gonna try to fight this with railguns of his own, but he's also taking carrier power, which is very expensive. You kind of can't get away with both these, I think, so you need to just, like, not do the tech upgrades for the carrier and instead get, like, Mag Excel and Heavy Vehicles armor. You need that in order to fight this. We even have range calibration. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a little tough to fight this, of course, because you need to have people out in the front to spot for the railguns. I mean, they have so much more range than they have vision, especially with that Caliban. Oh dear, there is a rail going to defend the flank. That's not the normal thing to do. The thing is, like, railguns are slow, expensive, but very effective units. Like, you have to kind of fan out with, like, Strikecraft to shield for them and to scout to see where your opponent is coming. You can't really just be completely reactive and just try to hold. Unless you're on certain maps, I guess. But... yeah, that's true. Nobody goes air on Crater. They should. Air is very good. Oh, but it's assault railguns. Actually, I love this. This is a unit that can kind of screen for the rails, you know, but still actually has some pretty good application against the AVs of his opponent there. And the range calibration gets a kill. Very nice. 1-for-1 assault rail for coalition railgun. You'll take that any day. I don't know why you turned calibration off just then. Probably should have left that on, but still, that was a good trade for him and a good demonstration of range calibration there, I suppose. And it looks like he's unlocking carrier as well. This PC should probably go back to the base, but that's alright. I think he moved it out to try to hunt down that probe. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I think it... oh no, it really does have 0. Okay. Isn't it different in vanilla, though? Like, it actually has a cooldown of some time, so if you toggle it really quickly, you just can't do it again. Oh gosh, he even has dart maneuver. Oh, wow. Okay, well, let's see what Frog is tech... oh, jeez, okay. It's gonna be Tech Bomber Fab, so that's pretty cool. And look at this really nice timing here, where he syncs up the, carrier production facility and the Tech Bomber Fab at the same time there. You love to see it, you love to see it. See if these assault railguns can actually stop the Base Runner. I think maybe they can, but there is a smoke here. They'll probably be able to do it. Keep our eyes on it regardless. Well, it looks like the fog machine died before it could do anything, so that's gonna go down. Do you just deny the extra? Oh, that's definitely gonna happen if you stop to put a turret down. What the? Oh. Also, I just want to point out, like, from this junction, the closest point on the circle was actually right here. And if you move the tracks over a little bit, and then don't have this weird J-turn for, like, the turret, he actually would have made it, so. Oh dear, it's gunships as well. Well, I did see missile ship fab teching for Gull, so that's convenient. But he's gonna have to have a lot of them, because this is gonna be a proper tac stack. With Strikecraft behind it, too. So, here's one, here's two. Better than nothing. It leaves a base runner to survive on 2 HP? Oh. Well, that sucks. Here come the bombers, by the way. Now, Rail Armor 3 is going to be nice to kind of soften the blow here, but you're not going to, like, survive a direct bomber hit. So this is still going to be pretty painful. The thing is, there's only one rail here, though, and I think that the assault rails with the dart maneuver can just kind of overwhelm it. In any case, what I'm saying is this is going to be a very messy fight. So let's get out of sensors and see how this goes. We do have radar guided. That's good. That's good. There's only one missile ship in the area. Oh, dear. One of the bombers didn't launch, though. It's a bit of a mistake. Oh, and this guy didn't drop. Oh, drop the payload. Drop the payload! What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, no. Oh, no, don't just stand here. Oh. Okay, well, I knew it was going to be a messy fight, but I didn't think it would go like that. And if the assault railguns can kill off the rail here, then they kind of just win everything, so... Oh, no. Oh, we still don't even have Mag Excel for Frog. He only launched 2 of the bombers, and only one of them dropped, so that was about as bad as it gets. Oh, dearie me. Okay, well, it looks like the Strike Fighter is going to clean up these ARs. These ones probably shouldn't be here, though, with the PC and the missile ship. It's quite a bit of AA. Sure enough, one of them will fall. But, like, the thing is, you get your opponent in a position when you air reveal like that, where now they have to build a whole bunch of anti-air, but they've also lost a bunch of ground armies, so they have to rebuild that, but, like... You're halfway there, do you know what I mean? You got your opponent to freak out and build tons of missile ships, but he still has his whole ground army, so it's not ideal. Now I feel like Go is just really solidly ahead here. Exactly, yeah, so then you switch into something ground, right? Like BCs or ACs or artillery, I mean, whatever. But the thing is, like, none of those choices is really going to work here because he didn't get much damage on the ground army, right? Or more AV rail, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty solid combo, too. And, like, if I were Frog, I wouldn't be rebuilding here either, you know? You kind of just have to let the... I mean, probably I would do it, actually, anyway, because I'm stupid, but I shouldn't, you know? You kind of have to say, like, okay, well, that didn't work. We better just stay out of... We better stay out of air from now on, you know? Because your opponent, you know, is gonna, like, freak out and build 90 missile ships here. He's actually only got 4, though, which is surprising. So maybe this will work, but I don't know. He's actually pop-blocked. That's unusual. Oh, are we gonna see the bomber interaction here, where it doesn't kill the base runner? Yeah. But there's a second one, so, you know, that thing will die. Even despite base runner heal. Good ability, but not that good. One thing I would say for Gold, though, is that he's pop-blocked, right? So you ought to just... I mean, not quite. He has a bit more space, and I would make missile ships if I were him. But once you get pop-blocked, I would just start, you know, getting carrier systems or whatever. Because you can't, you know, you can't spend your money on anything else. You might as well, right? And getting that nuke is always pretty impactful. You know, you don't want to consider tech choices when, like, you're already at population cap. Maybe assault ship fab so that you can pick up, like, armor for the missile ships, but that's about it. So yeah, sure enough, Systems 4 on the way. And that is quite a blob of assault railguns there. Oh my gosh. They just have, like, a guard order on this missile ship. Okay, well, I don't know about this strategy. I don't know about this one, but, 1400. Yeah, I don't think that missile ship armor really does all that much against bombers. It's really more about, like, strike craft follow-up, I think. Or strike fighters. You know what I'm saying. F-35s, right? Oh, is that true? Actually, if you get armor 3, you'll survive the bomber hit. Wow. Okay, never mind. I take it all back. Well, in that case, missile ship armor is actually pretty good. And, you know, you've got the money. I guess you might as well, but you don't want to spend too much on that because carrier system is probably going to be more impactful. You know what's funny here? Like, this railgun blob, actually, it's very much like in campaign, you know? They'd be like, ooh, we're gonna make our player feel smart by having, like, all of the anti-LAV stuff over here, and then all of the anti-armor stuff over here. And then if you, like, bring the armor to this side, you'll lose, but if you bring it to that side, you'll win. You don't ever want to play like that. You want to play as if, you know, you were a campaign level that was designed to be really frustrating. Return on the investment? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, by the way, don't do this! Oh, the strike fighters. It's a massacre. They did buy a bit of time, I guess, but I can't imagine that's really worth it. And here comes the flank. And that's a lot of assault railguns. Jeez. Ah, I see what you mean with this priority. But it's not gonna matter. There's so much DPS in this blob. That is absurd. Oh my gosh. Looks like the artifact did get dropped in the end there. Yeah, here comes the bomber. That's what you want to do. the bomber would be good here. In fact, it'd be really good here. Ooh. Fights happening on both sides here. So let's keep an eye on it if we can. Artillery is not barraging, it's actually getting up close, which is not good. I think maybe Frowg was, like, focused on the other side of the map. Which, you know, to be fair, he was being threatened there for sure. Okay, there's the barrage. And, like, this is where you just turn off calibration, because you don't need the range, and just try to run. Missile ship barrage might be nice too, actually. But it looks like there's no anti-air coverage. Oh, but the strike fighters killed themselves earlier, so they're not going to get anything done. Whoa, another SC died here. I feel like Frowg was kind of sleeping on the job there. Oh, no! Did he, like, jiggle it? Like, he started the barrage and then moved and canceled it? That's unfortunate. Do I even dare to, like, check the units lost tab? Because this is going to be ridiculous, right? Oh! Well. I don't really know who's winning here. I feel like they both just lost everything, but, like... Well, you know, Gul didn't lose any eco, so I think he's probably pretty far ahead here, actually. Yeah, I saw it was unallocated there, but more importantly, I guess you're saying he has Systems 5 as well as just now Technique 4. You have to remember, though, Systems 4 for Coalition is Systems 5 for Gaussian, so they're actually almost even there. And I do think I'd prefer that Coalition nuke in this scenario, especially up against, like, a rail comp, right? That is so many assault rails. Yeah, you're right, Sim, you're right. And this game is not over yet, I don't think. This is still unique. By the way, don't have strike fighters just fly to their deaths like this. He is actually gonna get the kill, so credit where credit is due, I guess. This missile ship is actually faster than the carrier, so he's gonna make it away. I might just rename mobility to, like, mobility and systems 2. I feel like that would make it a little bit clearer. I think what A-Game really ideally would want to do, though, is, like, remove... No, that's not right. By the way, this is a fast carrier. I think ideally what he wants to do is, like, say, okay, there is no systems... See, this isn't right anymore. Like, Coalition has systems 1 through 5, just like everyone else, or 1 through 7. And then another upgrade for carrier mobility, which is, like, completely separate and only gives you the speed. I think if he could have it his way, he would probably do that. By the way, kind of a bad barrage here. I mean, it is going to kill salvagers, I guess. You really want to save that? Well, okay, maybe I take it back. Because I was going to say, you really want to... Oh, this is a terrible... You really want to save the barrage for, like, a big fight that you can swing with it, but there's kind of no units on the field, so maybe that's fine. And then the nuke, you want to hit something, so, you know, definitely that was not ideal. Right, we do, but the thing is, I think that that's probably not impossible. Very impactful bomber hit, by the way, but it's fine as long as it gets out, you know, it did its damage. I don't know what Frog has been building, though. I guess he's been getting, like, more eco, right? But he's in a bad way here. He's kind of got nothing to deal with this giant rail blob. Ghost of God 8 sweeps. Yes, I agree. We need to catch Majir and tie him up in a basement, yeah. Yeah, but this is more railguns than usual. How many is that? I mean, he's at PopCap again. 17! Okay. Looks like main base is mining out now, by the way. The thing is, like, if that nuke was still available, you can imagine, right? You land that nuke on this blob, oh. Game over, you know? Not gonna happen, though, if you don't have that ability. Still not very much anti-air, though, right? Like, the bombers could actually just do whatever they want right now. Oh, no, and the artillery is spawning into the... Oh, no. Oh. Okay, yeah, we need those bombers to do something. We need them to do it now. Because this carrier is, like, actually dying. Hello? Air Force? Can you get in here? Can we do something, please? Okay, well... Well, that's one way to go. Look, there was no anti-air here. Like, look, it's all way back here, you know? Oh, he could have done anything with those bombers. Oh, no. I mean, probably the game was gonna end anyway. You know, there was even a nuke coming up here for the Gaussian player, but still, that was a little bit disappointing. Ay, caramba. Okay, let's jump into game 2 and just try and forget about that. Well, I said it was Frog, but I'm starting to doubt it now. That was a little bit uninspiring, you know? It was a little bit uninspiring. But, like, Gull's plan really just revolves around blobbing anyway. Like, I'm sure that Frog can beat this if he kind of gets his head in it. But then again, like, Frog didn't play very well either, so I don't know. I feel like Frog had, I don't know, like, he played proper principles, I guess, but with really poor execution. I think that's kind of what happened here. And Gull sort of did the opposite. Like, his execution was better at the end there, but he was playing kind of like bad builds and stuff. Well, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, right, like... You have to get to a point where you're pretty good at just kind of building, You're pretty good at just kind of like autopilot building something that makes sense, you know what I mean? Yeah. Can you really say they're playing principled if the execution is that poor? You know, there might be a level where we say, yeah, okay, that's just bad. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like he's doing good builds, but then he's like he's doing really good builds, but then he's not executing it well. You know what I mean? And we kind of have the opposite sort of phenomenon going on here with Goal. Yeah, exactly. It's the build that you do like without even thinking, oh, I'm doing a build. You know, you just kind of do it, right? Because if you practice like doing ref mode first enough times, or doing like 1PC skims enough times, you get to a point where you just don't even think about it. It just kind of happens. And that's always really good for, I don't know, it's especially good for series where, like, you're not exactly sure what to do, because if you're thinking, like, what's my game plan for this game, but you just kind of have this auto build, you'll be fine, you know? But if you don't know, like, if you don't have that build in muscle memory, and you're, like, trying to think about how to play the game at the same time as you're executing a build, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be very bad. No, it is still bad, because, like, you can have setups where you could play literally perfectly, like, get them, I mean, if such a thing even exists, that's kind of a philosophical concept at this point. But you could play literally perfectly, you know, get the maximum value out of all of your units and still lose, because your build is just bad. It's just worse than your opponent, you know, so... So that's certainly a thing. You're kind of relying on your ability to outplay your opponent, which, as much as relying on you to play well, it relies on them to play poorly, and that's just never a good place to be. Yeah, exactly. Nice scanner, by the way. Checks the tech. He's not going to see railguns, which is unfortunate, but he does get to see that AAV there. Yeah, they're both doing that. Well, he's only got one, to be fair, and he is teching rails, I guess. But like, it would have been better just use like AAVs to get a bit of field control here and expand to 3. That's generally the play. It's a little bit unfortunate. Is this Boneyard ult, by the way? I don't think it is. The difference is really small, so it's kind of hard to tell. Well, he did manage to get that with a probe, but, I mean, I do kind of agree, like, they're very passive here. They don't really do anything for him. Speaking of passive, like, you really probably don't need this turret either. Also, I think it might be set up just in a position where it can't see over that hill, but it's a little hard to tell. Yeah, well, Ghoul uses a lot of guard orders, it would seem. We saw that last game. The giant blob of assault railguns guard ordered around the missile ship there. Yeah, lower place, exactly. Lower place quarterfinals, even worse, you know? Yeah, I mean, he's got his eco set up nice and fine. And, like, the reason that Frowg is behind in that regard, by the way, is because of that railgun fab. He didn't need it. He hasn't built any. And now his 3 base is going to be pretty significantly slower, actually, although he will get this artifact, which is nice. Let's see if he can hold on here, though, because he'd really like to deny 2 as well. But AVs versus rail is a little tough to fight that. Especially here, like, where he's holding on the open ground. I think he really ought to try to find a place where he can hide instead. Which one of the BCs is more useful? Honestly, I don't really know, man. Like, we haven't seen Coalition BCs in so long, you know? Back when, like, A-Game would play with him, he would just wreck me. Although he is A-Game, so maybe that was more the reason, but... like, they don't feel bad at all, we just kind of never see them. I don't know. I will say, I think that the Soban ones are a little bit more, like, varied than the, I think the Saban ones are a bit more different than ACs, which kind of could give them more utility in being like a different type of unit, but my macro skills are lower place finals level. Oh, you're definitely right. You're not wrong. You can tell I'm trying to win if I play like a rush build because I know that I'm just very bad at macros. If I really practice a lot, I get to a stage where I'm like not terrible at it, but you know, certainly not ideal. Yes, rush honor guards. Yeah, Kao Shmao, you need to get casting, my friend. There's games to watch. You're gonna love them. No, you're probably gonna hate them, but you know. But we're not gonna talk about that. By the way, Artifact did get out, but actually. He casts because he's in... Yeah, you know what they say. Those who can't do, teach. But yeah, the Artifact is going to get out, but Ghoul kind of had all of his railguns on that side, so maybe a little bit of a window there, but it looks like he's going to be just fine. Frog's not going to be able to push in. Multiple tourneys jamming. Well, yeah, but I mean, if we really had, like, mainstream appeal to DOK, that would not be the case. That would not be the case. It's true. It's true. Any of you watch Counter-Strike? Hmm? This player Simple, who's probably the best of all time. Debatable which one you're gonna take. But I think he's almost definitely the best of like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, right? He would sometimes, like, his teammates would be not doing well, like, defending B site or something, let's say, right? And he'd be like, I played B site this round, okay? I teach you how to play B site. And he just, like, goes and, like, headshots everyone and kills them, and he's like, that's how you play B site. And then leaves. And it's like, well, that doesn't really demonstrate how to do it very well. You're just kind of better and you kill everybody like that. It doesn't necessarily make you a good teacher, you know? Probicus? Probicus? Whoa! Manages to make it out. I kind of figured maybe we'd be seeing, like, air or something, because you're right, there's just no units here for Frog, but... Like, look at how many railguns this is! There's 11 heavy railguns here. I agree, Sim. I agree. It's like squares and rectangles, you know what I mean? By the way, he already has radar-guided missiles. You love to see it. You love to see it. I don't know how the Galzian air defense ever thought it was acceptable to not have radar for their missiles, but whatever. Yeah, but the raw DPS here is something to behold, you know? You really gotta be careful about that. By the way, transitioning into the assaults again. Just like you did last time. And it's arty, but it's revealed itself here. It's gonna be using that auto-fire against the scanner, so... Ghoul should know what he's up against here. The thing is, like, this terrain here is really good for the artillery, all these hills and stuff, but if you hold, like, right at this hill over here, you're kind of just gonna be fine. You need to be careful not to get hit by the barrages, of course. You gotta, you know, duck and weave, but absolutely playable. And then I think that assault railguns are actually quite good against artillery as well, because they're faster, they're less likely to get caught out. And they actually do more damage against artillery if you can get them in range than the heavies do. It's just that they have less range. Well, that's more of a fuel concern, right? Like, you know, you don't have enough fuel to just drive across the entire map. By the way, kind of a cheeky turret here, but I don't think it's actually going to get too much value. You can see the probe burning on the ground there, so that was the idea, right? It's like, okay, we have our turret and we have a probe to spot for the turret. Unfortunately, not going to work out that way. So that artifact does still extract, but I mean, hey, this thing's alive. I guess it's not doing nothing. Yes. Kind of a poor positioning for goal here, by the way. You see this hill that I was talking about that he really wants to hold? It's too far away now. And this terrain here is not awful for the rails. I mean, they can poke over this dune here, but, like, you don't want to be close, you want to be far. And if they're utilizing their max range, then they can't, you know, see over the... oh, gosh. Then they can't see over the hill. Range calibration turning on while you're still moving, by the way, always a mistake, because now they have 20 move speed. But yeah, this coalition carrier is pretty vulnerable, actually, so I'd like to see Frog not instantly die here if he can get away with it. And Ghoul kind of smells blood in the water, so he wants to move forward here, but there's smokes out and the artillery barrage is doing a lot of damage, so I think he's kind of eating it just then. Let me check the units lost tab here. That was all, like, this fight. I don't think Ghoul actually had lost any units before that, except for, like, 3 Sandskimmers or something. So, you know, interesting turn of events. This carrier probably should try to get out of there. But it should be okay to run, and in the meantime, we have a bit of a base trade going on. So this might get a little interesting. Don't go here! Oh my gosh, you just gotta get out! Where's he going? Get out of there! Run! Go, man, run! Oh, gosh. Okay, now he's running, Like, he should be fine here if he just runs. There's, like, no railguns here. Artillery doesn't do much damage to carriers either. But if he stays and the artillery just gets to wail on him and this coalition carrier shows up and finishes him off, it'll be very sad. Absolutely, yeah. It's all about positioning. Like, that force of railguns that Ghoul had but lost, unbelievably powerful in the right circumstances, but because he positioned them badly, they just kind of all melted away. And they're also unbelievably expensive, so he's gonna wish he could take that one back. You should probably kill the turret. Isn't that kind of the priority? Okay, there we go. The other thing that's always pretty rough about a base trade is that you lose all your logistics modules, and then it becomes really difficult to, like, ever rebuild them. Because they, you know, they cost money and you don't have any income. But, the bank is still pretty big for both of these players. That shouldn't be too much of a concern. Nice smoke there, by the way, on the Arty Cruiser. Logistics require logistics. That's true. That's true. But yeah, when you base trade, you know, the Gaussian player just has that as a tech, so he's got it forever, but if you lose these log modules, then you lose that. It's a little bit awkward, by the way, that one of these guys can actually shoot. But that's just DOK for you. The thing is that the army for Frog is way stronger right now. And so Ghoul is still kind of running. That's true, we are at 4 out of 5 artifacts here. But you can see that Frog is trying to even it up. He's gonna get a 3rd out right now, and this guy could potentially try to pick up a 4th. This poor railgun here doesn't want to be alive anymore, but that's alright. The thing is, actually, you know, I thought it was gonna be a base trade, but, like, none of these bases have died at all. Like, they're all fully saturated. They haven't lost anybody. So Goal actually still has like a giant income here compared to his opponent. I mean, it's literally infinitely more, I guess you could say. Which I would say is, in a word, suboptimal. He's not going to get the Space Runner out, though, yeah. In fact, I think the already auto-fire killed it there. Space Runner's artifacts, of course, very, very slow. do you think so? It might be a little bit dicey to try it that way. By the way, Frog, you really want to power up the armor to full here, get that self-repair going. No, you want this. Your carrier's at like 1/3 HP. Suboptimal. Yeah, you killed the turret first. ARs have dash ability too that they could use to just get up on top of the Space Runner. That would be kind of juicy. Oh, don't let this get out, please. They're getting carrier blocked. No, but they've got it. They've got it. Kind of close, but it's gonna work out in the end. And Frog, he's a man with a mission, you know? He's chasing. That's what he does. He chases. Still hasn't powered up the self-repair for the carrier, but, you know. And this game could go on for some time yet. Would be good for him to, like, get up on top of the base, though, and, like, get some income here, because I think he's gonna need it, but... Indeed, losing these two salvagers might actually just put him out of eco for the rest of the game. Like, if you lose these, you might never be able to get any money again, ever, because you don't have enough money to rebuild them, you know? So I would, in other words, try not to lose them. That would be a good plan. As in, send like one AV back, for goodness sakes. Okay, here we go. He's gonna protect the salvagers. That's good. But he's driving right into the railguns here, and I think that's just gonna be the end of him. Okay, no, he's got the smoke. He's got the smoke. Yeah, that's true. He can just retire, I guess. That feels like game over anyway. If you have to retire your army, just to like build more units, you know. Okay, you should probably keep backing up here. This is not a safe space. Still, though, the artillery's doing what it does. It's killing these railguns pretty well. One arty cruiser falls, but that's acceptable losses if you're gonna keep yourself alive here. And once again, the entire army has fallen for both players. The Gaussian nuke! Oh my gosh, is that gonna end the game? Oh, it's a kill by the Gaussian nuke. That never happens. Slam dunk. All right, yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, that never happens. Like seriously, ever. Because the Gaussian nuke does, like, small damage in increments, you know? Like, against a coalition carrier that can just power up armor, like, it never kills it, right? But I guess when you're on, like, 1000 HP, weird things happen. For reasons! I mean, he could have powered up the healing, like, ages ago, but... Oh well, what you gonna do? Let's jump into the last game here. I'm just assuming now. I don't actually know. The way the replays are set up, here, I'll show you. I have folders here, so I've only opened 1, 2, and 3. But the way that this is going, this has got to be the last game, right? Because, like, that game, Frog he just destroyed the entire army there. He wiped, like, that was, like, 13 heavy railguns. I mean, that's insane damage, and just couldn't capitalize on it. Like, I don't know. He's gonna have to step it up a lot here if he wants to have a chance. Hey, I heard you like Artie. Yeah, you know. Oh, indirect fire? I've got some of that. One base Artie? Yeah, I mean, why not, right? At this point. I do wonder what that game might have looked like if Frog would have gone for BCs instead. But Then again, the BCs would never be able to kill the rails, right? I mean, that's very difficult to do. Yeah. They're really good against assault railguns, though, I'll tell you what. They're very, very good at assault railguns. Can jump rails with BCs? Yeah, it's possible. I mean, that's kind of what happened in a way. Like, he jumped on it with, you know, the artillery. That doesn't make any sense. But, you know, like, he had his railguns right behind the hill, and that was very awkward for him. Yeah, if Gull had taken that God Hill I was talking about, like, that push could never have happened. Part of the reason why it's difficult to, like, play the macro game with rails is that you always have to move to stop the push that's coming. Right? Because, like, well, he can just go on the other side. So you have to, like, be on top of repositioning and stuff. But, if Frowg had tried that push when all those railguns were up on that hill I was talking about, like, he would have just died instantly. I mean, it'd be insane. Oh, that's an interesting concept. Well, I mean, you don't reveal carrier when you fire a nuke, right? Like the coalition carrier firing a nuke doesn't reveal. So I guess I don't see why Conf carrier missile should. But if you're talking anomaly patch with like the Power 5 weapons, the big missile, yeah, that one probably should. It's probably an oversight that it doesn't. Oh, it reveals. Okay, good, good, good. Oh, that's true. It's just firing a different projectile, right? Yeah. I forgot how. I forgot how that works. I dropped my lanyard. Well, 3-on-1, not much to say about that. This Space Frontier is going to extract, though, for certain. Shouldn't be any kills, in fact, on the way. But Frog has got one of his own, so that's alright. Oh, gosh. So, just gonna be the handshake. 1-1 being the scoreline here. And again, we have that, we have this extra salvager here, right? Filling out RUs that I think he doesn't need. In fact, there's 2 of them. Wow. Wait, what? Did something happen that I didn't notice? Well, that's like the trail, I guess, but it looks very weird. That's kind of odd. It just peed out sand all over the ground, yeah. But with a very nice cutoff, you know, very clean lines there. But, yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that Goal owns the midfield right now, so he's going to be able to get that second. And we actually have a railgun coming out here, and I criticized Frog earlier for getting the railgun tech but not building any. But this is kind of not the solution, right? Like, really the reason you shouldn't do that is because you don't need the railgun tech at all, you know? It doesn't do much for you at this stage of the game. You want it later on, so... Really, this thing just presents a target, I think. It kind of doesn't do anything on the field right now. Also, it would be good to get these idols mining. By the way, hit F3 to select idle salvagers. Just a little pro tip for you there. Yeah, well, and he does have base run inventory too. I forgot to call that out. So I guess he wants to like turtle this game. Which, like, to be fair, the other 2 games, he's tried to attack and then has lost, but, like, I don't know. If you just turtle on your side, your opponent will just extract you to death. So you do have to do something. Defensive positions are much better as, like, a defensive line that you can fall back to if you get pushed out of the midfield. And in that case, you don't want to invest all that much into it, just a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. He's getting down with the sickness. Yeah, I agree. By the way, Artifact 2 comes out. You defend your opponent's bases with your turrets. Yes! It's a good strategy, you know? It makes you a lot of friends, I'm sure. I have chosen to convey you to a place where you can do no harm and no harm can come to you. Surely you can imagine there are worse alternatives. Hmm? Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh! This is where AVs win. Oh no, do I even dare? Oh yeah, that's funny. We can watch that. Well, it looks like the AVs are actually not. Okay, there we go. They're getting on top now. And this is a case for base runner heal, by the way. It does heal your opponent a little bit, but it heals you much more. Only gonna lose one, but that's actually still not the worst trade possible. AVs are very cheap and rails are very expensive. This is what he's talking about, by the way. It's very good. It's very good. Yeah, it looks pretty good for goal. In fact, if I'm reading this right, that's the first unit that he's lost all game. That's kind of surprising. But like, one rail for 3 AVs, it's not ideal, but it's definitely livable. Like, you can accept that. It's the other units that he's lost throughout the game that have kind of added up, I think. Oh, does the turret not have line of sight there? Oh. Surely you jest. Well, that's awful. Oh no. And yeah, you know, Morte is just kind of living his life out here, man. He's like, just farming extractions. That's all he's got to do. At some point, his opponent has to come to him. And if he doesn't, we could have a very anticlimactic last game. That's, got to get these fruits. Yeah, that's 3 out of 5. For those uninitiated in the ways of the DOK, you pick up 5 artifacts, you win, no questions asked. So it's like Frog's plan to break out on the map is air here. Not a terrible idea. But this turret got set up in the same spot, so it has that same line of sight problem, which is a little bit annoying. And we do have missile ship fab on the way. And we'll see how much value the air manages to get here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, this doesn't look super compelling. Although, I will say he's gonna win this fight as long as he does target that railgun. I don't think he has Magics. Oh, he does, actually. Good enough. And this base runner might die, but we do have Dart Maneuver getting called here. Oh, it's gonna be close. Hit that R button. Yes! That's kinda crushing. You hate to see it. This could be finished off with air units, though, but he'd have to go right away, because there are missile ships coming out on the field now. And he is launching. Okay, here they come. But the base swimmer's full. Can you even kill it with 3 strike fighters? Probably. Yeah, okay, yeah, definitely. They do quite a lot more damage than I was giving them credit for. He's actually microing back the wounded guy too, but I think he only managed to get him focus fired a bit more, so it's a little bit awkward. And you should back away now, there are missile ships out there. But he gets that artifact, denies 4 out of 5, that's good. You don't want to just give your opponent an artifact point for nothing. We all hate it, let's just agree not to do it. That's how I used to feel about, like, I work security, you know, and sometimes I have to go out into the parking lot and, like, tell this happy couple in the backseat of their car to get out of here because it's private property. Oh my gosh. It's like, this is awkward for me, it's awkward for her, it's awkward for you. Let's just not do it, you know? Just find a better spot and I won't have to bother you. This base runner here is not going to live very long, by the way. But yeah, he does have quite a missile ship wall set up here. Problem is, he actually spotted the carrier, and there's a bunch of railguns here hitting it now, but I guess the assault rails can clean this up pretty well. Hidden railgun crouching EMP. But these are assault railguns, they don't even have EMP. Oh, and the bomb hit the carrier, so if that bomber hits the assault rails, you might actually do tons of damage. Where did that one hit? What the heck? I don't even know what just happened there. I was waiting for the big hit there, but it just kind of bounced off the carrier, I guess. It was just weird looking because it only made one explosion effect, but well, what you gonna do, eh? Oh no, and this guy can't dock because there's no one in the queue. Oh, that was close. Whoa! Channeling his inner God 8 sweeps there. But, you know, okay, he managed to evacuate some of the Air Force, but he lost all the ground army again, and that's not ideal. He didn't really do any damage to his opponent, he hurt his carrier a bit, I guess. And it's just gonna heal itself back up, it doesn't even need to commit any other resources to that. So this is still a very, very good game state for goal. I mean, this is kind of crushing, almost. Is it still not done yet? Oh, man. And that's the first one that landed, too. This is even the second one. Still, though, like, being on the other end of that, if you get almost enough damage to kill off the bomber, but not quite, it feels really bad. I mean, yeah, you're making the bomber take longer to regen, but, like, man, that sucks, you know? Not if the bomber dealt 0 kills. Yeah, that's true, that's true. But even so, I mean, like, they can be such a threat, like, getting rid of them before they do anything is just so nice. Feels pretty bad if you can't manage that. They're like lizards. Yes, I agree. I agree. But they don't even have tails. Maybe that's what this big hole is like they used to have a tail here, but it got ripped off. You know? And it looks like heavy railgun's gonna take the high ground here. Probably just turn on calibration. Again, we're seeing sort of a similar setup as we had last time, where these ARs just go on the flank. But like, I criticized this the first time we saw it, but it worked, you know. I mean, so if it ain't broke, he can get away with it. These railguns here are actually at a bit of jeopardy, by the way, because assault rails don't take any prisoners. But the difference here, I think, is that there's a whole bunch of turrets set up. So this time, like, and turrets are not really what assault railguns like to fight either. So this time things could go very differently. Oh gosh, and the attack bomber flying out here. I don't think he's targeting the rails, I think he's more thinking about that base runner. If I were him though, I would just send the strike fighters to go take care of that, and the 2 attack bombers. Oh, yep, to do this. Ow! Ow! Now, it would be good to, like, hit this guy maybe with the bomb so you clean up all these low health units, but still, that's a lot of damage. Does cost him both bombers though, so you can debate whether that's worth it or not. Salvager jetpacks, maybe? But you really want to launch the strike fighters to stop that bait. Oh, I think it's too late already. Okay, well I guess he's gonna use them to try to clean up the backstab here. Gosh, do you remember when I did the 24-hour live stream? There was like an artwork section, right? And this guy, do you know Homeworld Cataclysm? There's like you put two. Oh, what are they even called? I can't remember what the unit is called. But you put two fighters together and you make a Corvette, right? So this guy has like drawn a picture of like one of the fighters, but it's like a girl, you know, and then he's got like another one, and somehow I didn't see it coming. I go to the next, and they're just like making out, you know. It was like, of course, I should have seen that coming. By the way, attempted the missile barrage here, but actually in Jaraci there's quite a range limit on it, so he can't fire that off yet. Whoa, don't fire it at yourself now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my gosh. Completely blind, and he's actually almost hitting his opponent here. Still, this is a very, very underwhelming nuke. You want this to... oh shit. You want this to try to, like, do damage to your opponent rather than just, you know, look cool. So, that's the best advice I can give there. What is the carrier? What? That was weird. Acolytes! Yes, that's what they're called. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are they called when they go together? Like ACV, I think? Yeah, that was weird looking carrier. I don't even know what just happened there. You're gonna have to, you have to manually sit back yourself so as not to hurt anyone. Right. Anyway, you're gonna have to give me the rundown on what happened there, because I don't understand it. MCV ready! No, that's a different game. Well, it's been said before, but we'll say it again. Pay attention to that number on top. Strike fighters could be dispatched to kill this base runner right now. And that is absolutely essential, because, you know, 4 out of 5, and, like, you ain't gonna win the fight up here, so you've got to take care of this thing while you still can. Very epic Sigma Omega Wolf noises. Yeah. You know, like you do. Okay, there we go. Base runner gets denied. There's another one, but, you know, cross that hill when you get there, I guess. What? That's insane. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's gotta be some kind of forbidden tech that we gotta like learn. Oh snap, Cal, you're right, they actually do have MCVs, don't they? I mean, they're not, you know, the worker unit, but... Wow, I forgot about that, too. Mimic ready. Is it just me, or does, like, the Mimic always sounds like Kevin from The Office? Right? Moving to position now. By the way, battlecruisers, let's go! I'm happy to see this. This is actually a very good answer to the assault railgun flank. Oh, strike fighters don't go in there. Ooh. No, don't go in there. Yes, this is what you want. Okay, good. I thought those strike fighters were about to meet their doom. The BCs are doing damage and the turrets are doing damage and the strike fighters are flying over the missile ships. No! No. The thing is, he really needs those strike fighters to stay alive to deny this. Yeah, okay, game over. Game over. I mean, like, what's he gonna do? Now he has to somehow find a way to get in there. Oh, he's taking artillery. That will help. No. Yeah, he's gotta find some way to get in there and stop this thing in, like, 20 seconds. That's as long as it's gonna take. So... Oh, it's the beast mimics. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, GG, I guess. Like I said, it's a very anticlimactic end. He's just kind of gonna march this into the base. The Sigma move here would be to, like, hide right there, and then, like, drive your carrier into your opponent, and right before your carrier dies, like, pop the artifact in. Oh, well, he's probably not gonna do that. I think he might be carrier blocked, though. No, he's fine. And that's game over. I wonder if Frog didn't even realize, because he didn't throw down there at all. He just kind of let it happen. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. This cool Morte person, he takes rail spam to another level. He takes rail spam to another level. Well, it's 3-0 for goal. He's going to advance to the semis, and we will move on to the next one.